What is up, guys? This is Nikolai, also known as ItzNickers, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. In this video, I wanted to show you guys how to build this really simple mushroom house. This mushroom house is a house that I'm going to be using in one of my other series, which is the Capture the Flag series. That series is an amazing series, and in that series I use a lot of mushroom blocks. So this is a kind of a house that's going to be in that Capture the Flag map. So if you haven't seen the Capture the Flag map series, go ahead and watch that. It's an amazing series. But in this video I'm going to show you how to build this very simple mushroom house. But other than that, this house is kind of only going to be able to build it in creative. You could build it in survival, but as you can see, all these mushroom blocks will just simply take forever to collect all of those mushroom blocks and use them. You could do it with a silk touch pick, but you know, you could just use anything else. So I think this house is only going to be pretty much a survival or a creator house, I mean. So other than that, I really hope you enjoyed the house, and if you did, please hit that like button. But right now I think it's time to go in and build this house. Okay, so there's two very quick points I just want to point out before we start this little tutorial here. The first is this house is going to be pretty hard to build in survival, simply because it uses a lot of mushrooms and it's very difficult to get in survival mode. You could do it if you had a silk touch pickaxe and all this, but it's still going to be very hard. So sadly it's not going to be a perfect survival house, but it still looks very good, so that's why I'm going to build it. So now to the second point. The second point is that you are going to need too many items mod, and the reason why you need this is simply because we are going to need mushrooms, all red mushrooms right here, and make sure they're red all the way around, otherwise it's gonna look very weird. Then we're going to need the, you know, the mushroom, the thing the mushroom is standing on. Don't know what it's called, but I'm just gonna call it that. So that's pretty much the two hardest blocks to get in this house, but they're not so hard if we're building it in creative. So now let's just go ahead and place these mushrooms down in a kind of awkward shape, if you can say it like that. I'm just gonna see if I can get this to work out very nice here for us. Let's I'm deleting quite a few blocks here. So start with that, then skip about 3 blocks, I think. Skip, let's see, 1, 2, 3, and it should end up there, and then just create this kind of half oval circle, whatever you want to look at it as, and then just go ahead and fill this in. So only at the two ends, don't fill it in here. We're going to leave that, and then right in the middle here, go ahead and take these up. Also take these on the side up now here. So go ahead and take up. So this is basically what you should have. So now what we're going to do is just take these end pillars up here, just like that. Then over the door here, you're going to decide where you want the door. I think since the water is here, I'm going to have it close to the water. So, and over here we can also have a door right there. Is it on the same side? Damn it. And then we just do that. So that should be fine. Or are we going to have the door on the same side? Let's just keep it like that. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. It's not really 100%. So now what you are supposed to do, or you can do, is just place some random blocks around here. I reckon the more random you can do with this house, the better it's actually going to look. So that's a little thing that you guys should know. The more random it is, the better it looks. So just keep that in mind. As we start building the roof. If you make it too symmetrical and you make it too, you know, similar, it's gonna look very weird, and we don't really want that. We want it to be like a really old mushroom house. And you know, plants, if you look at old plants or old mushrooms, they're not 100% symmetrical. If you look at two of the same plants, they're not 100% symmetrical. So just imagine this is kind of a plant. So for now we're just making the roof symmetrical. I know it's a little bit weird now that I just said don't make the house symmetrical, but we're going to change that. This is just so we get the kind of the shape of the roof right, if you can say it like that. So that was a little bit of, you know, explanation about why we do these kind of things. Now what I'm doing right here is I'm basically just taking the roof up to about there. You know, look, if you just make the house perfectly symmetrical like this, it's gonna look very, very awkward, very, very weird. So we fixed that by simply just placing maybe in some grass in this, just so it looks like, you know, the grass is growing over the roof, if you can say it like that. And I think it looks quite nice. I've seen people do this with, you know, normal types of houses. Don't really think it looks good if you just do it on, you know, random houses, the normal houses we do, simply because it looks too, you know, too sophisticated, if you can say it like that, to add grass in there. But since this is a kind of, you know, bushy house out in the bush in the forest somewhere, and it's a very, you know, old elf plant look like house, I think it's quite nice to add some grass on the roof. Now I've just grabbed in some grass and some bone meal here, and we're just gonna place the grass on the roof, as I said before, and then we're gonna bone meal it afterwards. I think this is a quite nice combination of you know, making a little bit look a little bit random. Now it still looks pretty symmetrical, and what you can do to just fix this is just breaking up the shape a little bit. Just, you know, break it up a little bit, make it a little bit taller, just put some blocks anywhere you want, and it's gonna look very, very good in the end. So a little bit few around here, maybe delete that one down there, and then we placed something like that. Looks fine to me, I guess. It looks pretty good. So as you can see right there, of course this could be a little bit different. If I said it was random, I don't mean 100% random. Just make it, you know, a little bit random, but it still have to look quite good. So just go ahead and place some of that in, maybe bone meal some of these grass bits there. So that should look pretty good. It looks a little bit off to the one side for some reason. Maybe if we place some blocks over here, that should fix it a little bit. So maybe something like that. It's not gonna fix it. It should be all way around. If we place a block there and maybe take it up like that, something like that. I should do it. For now, we could. I don't really like it, and it just hurts my eyes. You know. But you can fiddle around with this a little bit and just get to shape that looks good. But I think I'm gonna leave that for now. You could of course tweak it if you want. But you know, as I wanted to do is also I wanted to add a little bit of spruce wood. With these kind of houses, you can basically add everything you want to this house. Basically, you can just add a few bits and pieces around, and it's gonna look very, very good. So that's good. Then maybe go in and grab some fences. You can add some vines. You can add some, let me see, you can get some cobblestone walls. So up here, I think with the cobblestone walls, I'm just gonna make a little chimney. I think that's gonna look very good. So that could be the chimney. If we are going to make a chimney there, we're not gonna have grass underneath there. Looks good to me. Then what we can do is of course add in some vines. Is that gonna, yeah, don't add too many of these because this looks kind of a little bit weird to me, but you can add a few around. So that should do it for that. Now fence gates, fences, you can just place around here. Again, totally random. This really adds something to this place. You can also add them down here. Maybe some cobblestone walls a little bit around, not there, that's where the door is going to be. So again, all random, and it should look very, very nice. So this is something that this should look like. We could do a little bit on top here if we go ahead. Nah, I wanted to add a little bit of something on top of, what if we do something like this? Nah, let's just leave that. Let's just leave it like that. It looks fine to me. So that looks very, very nice. I think we could add a few more blocks down here in the ground. A few more of these kind of blocks, you know, standing out like that. Let's just go on the inside here very, very quickly. So for the inside, I like to add a little bit of support, and up here just add a few blocks just to basically hide all the grass you can see on the outside. I think that really adds something to the house for some reason. And also make sure the house is not too symmetrical, so we add a few blocks like that to break up some of the shape. Maybe a little bit like that. That should be fine. Now of course go ahead and place in your windows. We're going to use black stained glass because I really like that, and I think it's going to fit very nicely. Here of course you could use normal if you don't have the black ones, but I like those ones, so I'm gonna keep that in. Now I'm gonna find my spruce wood planks here. That's basically gonna be for the floor. It's a very nice texture, the spruce wood planks here, so that's why I'm gonna use it, and it really fits very well with the white texture of, you know, the mushrooms there. So can we delete that? Yes we can. Then I think we are going to go in and need our cobblestone, and that's basically going to be for the path outside, if you can say it like that. So the little path there, a little path over here, I guess. Maybe some grass in the middle of this gravel just to break it up a little bit. Then a door placed in, very simple. A door there. Make sure it's there. Is that gonna look? Yep, that looks weird. So go ahead and take this cobblestone, or yeah, stone brick one further in. That should fix that. So there is the little interior. Anything more we can add, of course we can go ahead and add a little bit more, you know, a little bit more out of work, if you can say it like that, exterior or something like that. So go ahead and add some leaves around, double leaf there, some cobwebs, a few bits and pieces around here. Should look very nice. So I think this is pretty much it. We can go ahead and add a torch. I think this is pretty much it. Again, if you didn't know, this is a house I'm going to use in my series, Capture the Flag series, which I'm building. This is a very nice looking, you know, little house there that you can, and it's going to fit very nice to the theme I'm having in that Capture the Flag series. So again, if you haven't seen that, please go and watch it. It's it's exciting series. It's very good. So this is a little house that I'm gonna use in that series. So I hope you liked this tutorial, and if you did, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome content. This has been ItzNickers, and I'm out. I'll see you later, guys. Take care.